Hi everyone, this is Frost Dragon, and today I'm going to be playing a game called Ultima Online. All right, now what Ultima Online is Ultima Online is a game that came out in the '90s, and it was pretty popular, and there's a really loyal following of people who still play Ultima Online to this day. Basically, it is Ultima is a series of RPGs that came out in the '90s. There are several different Ultimas. It's kind of like Zelda a little bit in a way. And it was a PC game in the '90s. They came out with a whole bunch of these Ultima games, you know, and eventually they made a game called Ultima Online, and it but basically just took a game, a series, and made the online version. And when this game came out, it was one of the first MMORPGs that ever came out and was big, and it's um Uh, a lot of people play it. A lot of people have played it for a long time. And it's a little bit like World of Warcraft in that there's like a monthly there's a monthly subscription. You have to pay to play it. However, I don't know if it's since Ultima Online came out or how long after, but there have always been Ultima Online free servers. There are a lot of free servers where you can play Ultima Online on the official servers, and you can pay, and that's great and everything. Or you can choose to play on one of these free servers. So, I play on one of the free servers, and the thing that makes this server different is that a lot of servers have different rules, right? Depending on how they think the server should be. It's like any game, and for Ultima Online, there are a few main ones. There are servers that have completely custom maps, that have completely custom rules that kind of took the structure of the game and kind of almost made a new game on top of it or something. I don't know how you could explain it, but this is a this is a free Ultima Online server. It's called Ultima Online Renaissance. That's the name of the server. There are a few others. There's one called Ultima Online Forever. There's Ultima Online Outlands. There's a there's a few good ones that are really populated. This is one of the more populated ones. The reason why I've been playing on this one is because the people who made this server have tried to make this server to seem like the way Ultima was when it came out, or shortly after it came out. Like, they kind of look at it like maybe it's the golden age of Ultima. The when Ultima was at its best. There have been a lot of changes to it over the years. Obviously, people who've been playing it for 20 years have to get something new in the game every so often. So there's so much new stuff in the newest ones that it's almost a different game. This is the one version. Anyways, so um if you're wanting to play this game, Ultima Online Renaissance, you come to their website. This is the Ultima Online Renaissance server website. You come here, you can you can download the game somewhere around here. You can read about the game. Where's getting started right here. So second option on the list, getting started, downloads. So you can download the game, you install it. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. So I've already downloaded the game. I already have the game. This is my desktop. This is the game here. So this is what happens. You click on the game. Now mine's messed up. Mine's messed up. It's been doing this thing because I guess I had it's kind of complicated. I had it in my Steam. I had the game linked into my Steam in my list. And ever since I took it out, it's doing that. So you open it up, it downloads, it updates the game. I guess I should show this. So the options, right? You have the option to connect using the classic UO client or the legacy OSI client. Now this is confusing because classic makes it sound like this is the old one that is kind of a little bit more less user friendly, and this is kind of like some kind of upgraded advanced version. But it's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite. This legacy, this is the old one. This classic UO, this is the newer, fancier one. I don't use the fancier one, and I have my reasons, and you'll see that. So those are the options. You can choose whatever you want to do if you're playing this game for the first time. If you're not, I know I'm going to show my friends this video when I want to show them the game instead of explaining it to them. That way I can just say, just go watch this video and it'll show you what to do. In this game, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a new character. I'm just going to make a new character and I'm going to level him up as quick as I can. Not as quick as I can, but I'm going to, you know, try to get him leveled up and just show you how to make a proper character and kind of how things you got to know about, or what I do. Maybe I do something differently than what other people do. I don't know. So when you've got Ultima Online here, this game, and then since this game has been out, there have been a lot of people who have created utilities for them. There are a lot of Ultima Online utilities that you can use. It's like any game to help you with hotkeys and whatnot. And the big Ultima Online utility that you want is Razor. So when you download this game, it automatically comes with Razor. You don't even have to go and download it yourself. It's all just built in. Over the years, this one has kind of just been the best out of all of them. That's the most popular. I guess the other ones are good too. So this is the main part of this one. That everything else is not really that important. This is the important part. This is your hotkeys. So I don't use a ton of hotkeys. One of the big one I use is Bandage Self. So one of the reasons I like this game is because I can use the keyboard. And I use the keyboard a lot. And I use the number pad to run around. Like when I'm playing Age of Empires, I use the number pad to do, or the arrows. I use the keyboard. I use the keyboard a lot. So I use, all my hotkeys are centered around the number pad and the keyboard. So I don't know how many I use in here. So this will be a warrior. So usually whenever you're a warrior, there's not that many hotkeys. When you get into wizards with spells and magic and having to cast all different spells. Oh, here it is. This is the one I was looking for. You can set up all your spells to keys. You can do this in game though. So the funny thing about hotkeys is, the funny thing about these hotkeys is there's hotkeys in game. So you don't really I don't really use the Razor hotkeys. This is the other main one. I'll talk about that later, I guess. Okay, so when you log on to Ultima Online Renaissance, everyone's allowed to have 3 accounts. And so I have 3 accounts. And I have a few characters on each account. You're allowed to have 5 characters on each account. I don't have 5 characters on each account. I'm going to make a character on one of my accounts. And the reason I'm going to make him on this account is because I have a strong character on the other account. So if your character gets into trouble, you can actually log into 2 of your characters at once, and you can send one of your stronger characters to save. I gotta remember my password here. I'm kind of nervous. Wait. I'm just gonna log in here, and then I'll talk more. Yeah, I'm a little nervous though. Okay, so this is one of my accounts. My main account, Frost Dragon, has my main character on it, Frost. This is my secondary account. So if I make a character on this account, and he gets into trouble, I can go log in with Frost and come and, you know, save the day, because Frost is a kick-ass character. So this is my other account. These are my other characters. Xandoros is a mage. This guy is a I'm not sure what he is. He's a fighter too, but I haven't decided whether I want to use maces or swords or axe with everyone. This guy Krell is a blacksmith. He's my crafter. Basically, all he does right now is make keys for my character. Because you can buy houses in the game. And your houses have keys, and you have to have a guy to copy your keys to give to all your characters so that they each have a key. Because you don't want to have someone to. That's the main reason you want to have a crafter. You have to have someone to make your guys' keys as soon as you start owning a house. Because if you have 5 or 6 characters, you want them all to be able to go to your house. You don't want it to be... Anyways, so when you're making a character, you click new, and the game tells you, well, if you want an animal tamer, click here, or if you want a warrior, click here. But truth be told, all these things are not really that good, because they don't really put your skills in the right places. Because the thing is some skills are harder to upgrade than others. So putting your skills that you start with into skills that are easy to upgrade is a waste. You have to pick the things that are the hardest to upgrade. The hardest thing to upgrade. So okay, so in this game, yeah, you can be a cook, or you can be a blacksmith, or you can be whatever you want. There's all kinds of different skills, right? So for a warrior, you have to choose whether or not you want to be a sword fighter, to be an axe fighter, to be a mace fighter. But mace fighting and this swordsmanship, all this stuff is really easy to upgrade. It's easy to upgrade swordsmanship. It's easy to upgrade mace fighting. You just go and fight. This here, resisting spells, this is hard to upgrade, because you have to get hit by spells, and you don't want to get hit by spells. But you have to get it up. That's life. Okay, so I've got a couple new followers. Hi to my new followers. Leaf Gaming, No Truce, and Follow That Logic. Thank you for joining my channel, watching my broadcast. I just added some new things onto my... I just added the notifications. So I won't know if that's working until I see after. Anyways, so I'm just building a character. I'm just trying to give anybody out there who wants a basic tutorial about Ultima Online, about how to... the easiest way to get yourself into the world. So, picking a lot of these skills is a waste of time, because a lot of them are really easy to train. And there's a few of them that are hard. And for a warrior, the hardest things that you're going to train are healing and resisting spells. So that's what you have to pick, because to get something to 50 doesn't take that long. Most things you can get them to 50 pretty easily. And that is going to help me to explain this thing about strength and dexterity and intelligence. Now, exactly like the skills, some of them are easier to train than others. Strength is easy to train. So you don't want to put your points in strength. Strength is very easy to train. You know what's hard to train? Dexterity. Dexterity is the hardest one to train. That's the one you want to start with. So if you start a warrior, and you start them with like 20 intelligence and 40 strength and 40 dexterity, you do something like that, you're basically just wasting your time. So if you watch this video, it might save somebody somewhere, someplace, a little bit of time. Because when I made my first character, I put 60 points into strength, and I have never gotten his dexterity. I've never, to try to get his dexterity up, it's been brutal. But to get somebody's strength up, you'll see. So that's basically a warrior, how you want to start a warrior. if you want to be a swordman or if you want to be an axeman, you go buy a sword or you go buy an axe, and you will gain skill in that in no time. So now I get to pick what my guy looks like. I always make my guys bald. I usually always make my guys bald. Sometimes I like a mohawk, you know? Mohawk or something, you know? Or maybe long. Definitely not doing Page Boy. And the Van Dyke. The Van Dyke is where it's at. The top knot. A lot of cool options. A lot of cool options. But maybe I'll just take long. Long looks alright. So I've already thought of a name. I was just trying to think of a random name all day. I looked at a fantasy name generator. Didn't really get any ideas. I'm settling with Darien. I don't know why. I'm just picking it. So you can choose a skin tone. I can make him like almost like red skin. Make him look like a demon or something. That's how Krell is. Krell is like red. I tried to make him... There's one of the colors, it looks kind of almost red. Makes him look like some kind of vampire or something. I usually pick like this one on all my guys. This guy's I don't know about the hair color. That almost looks red. Brown, kind of the only way to go. With the Van Dyke. Or none. I gotta do the goatee. For show. This is Darien. Okay, so this is how to make a basic warrior in Ultima Online. This is the map of the world of Ultima Online. It's called Britannia. You can choose where to start. The capital is called Britain. It's in the middle. There's a few islands you can go visit. I always go to Britain because it's the capital, and I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible. Well, within a reason, not as quickly as possible. There are always quicker ways to do things, but I'm trying to do things in a reasonable amount of time, you know? So, this is where you start. This is the middle of Britain. This is UO. So all this stuff here in the taskbar, this is one of the features of this Razor utility program that I was talking about. So you can basically choose to put what you want in the taskbar. And I've set mine up my own way. This is your weight. I put the weight on. You start with 1,000 gold. A lot of games have healing potions or things like that, spells. In this game, you have bandages. So bandages are like the healing potions of Ultima Online. This is, I have my armor, my strength, my dexterity, and my intelligence in the corner, just so I can keep an eye on it. And all this, these are all ingredients for spells. This guy's not going to have any spells, but you know what? Maybe he will. He might. Maybe you can have a warrior that could have a bit of magic and cast a few low-level spells too, you know? So that's always an option on the table. So you can choose to set up your screen however you want it. You got the screen here. You know, you can throw it on this side if you want. Some people like to have it in the middle. You know, maybe put your put your map on one side, have your character on the other. This is you have your backpack. This is you. Oh, so I've played this game on and off on a lot of different free servers over the years. I've played on free servers that had totally custom maps and totally custom like crafting trees, I guess you call them. And I like this one. It's pretty cool. So this is kind of like more or less how Ultima Online was back in the olden days of Ultima Online, the 90s, I guess. So basically, you have to watch out. There are thieves around. They can pickpocket you if you're walking outside of a town. Basically, when you're in a town, you're protected. You're protected whenever you're in town, and you know what I mean. Nobody can attack you, but they can still steal from you. And if you walk outside of town and you're outside of the protection of the town guards, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people can attack you. It's open season, basically. So you have to be very careful. When you start out the game, you just have to stay near towns. That's all it is, really. You just have to stay close to town. So this is the bank, okay? Every town has a bank. This is the Bank of Britain. Britain has two because it's the capital. If you type bank, it opens up your bank box. This is your bank box. So anything you put in here is safe from thieves. So if a thief was to come over to me right now and try to steal from me, I would just take all my stuff and I would throw it in my bank like that. Now he can't steal from me because I don't have anything on me. Right? You start with whatever, depending on what skills you take, whatever skills you take, you'll start with different items. So since I took healing, I started with bandages. Everyone starts with the dagger. You can take the dagger, you can put it in your hands. No one can steal it if it's in your hands. So the game is starting, and I have to decide whether or not I want to be a sword fighter, or if I want to use a spear, or if I want to use, you know, whatever. Hey, got a new follower. Thanks for following my channel. Yeah, so, here's the thing, I've found. You might pick something, you might start with something, right? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do what I do, like whatever I do, and then I'm gonna explain it as I go, I guess, because I don't know. Basically, my guy, I'm probably gonna train him in wrestling, and I'm not gonna train him in wrestling to be a wrestler. I don't really want to get his wrestling skill up, like, you know, I don't want to be a wrestler, but I just want to do it to try to gain some strength, right? So sometimes you might gain a skill and get your skill up. This would be a good time to show this. So these are all your skills. Alistar is the name of one of my other characters. I don't know why it comes up like that, but usually I make a group called... I'm just gonna take a drink here, just one sec. All right, so what I usually do is I set up all my skills that I'm using into a group. But if you want to take a look, you can see all the different skills in the game, right? All the different things you can do. So everything is a percentage. All the skills go up to 100%. I start off with 50% of this and 50% of this. Now, I might train wrestling up to 60%. And then later, you know, not even use it, but just wrestle, train some wrestling for a bit, because it'll increase my strength. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Anyways, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and wrestle. And it's going to be like 2 hours. It's going to be like 2 hours of sitting wrestling. And that's the game. So get ready for some fun. I'm going to need some armor. I don't even know if I can wear armor. So my guy has 10 strength right now. I might not even be strong enough to wear armor. I might not even be strong enough to carry more than 50 bandages. But I don't think anyone can steal this dagger off me, even if it's in my bag, because it's the dagger that I start with. I don't think anyone can steal those bandages off me, because those bandages are the bandages that you start with. And I think they're safe because I'm new. But anyways, so. Alright, what am I doing? So when you want to buy things off people, you have to type vendor buy. So I'm going to buy some food. I'm not going to try to buy too much because my guy's weak and he might not even be able to carry a whole lot of this. So usually there's bread and stuff, but somebody came and bought it all. So I got lamb and chicken. Alright, so I'm going to eat a pie. It says, I managed to eat the food, but I'm stuffed. So my guy's full. That's good. You want to make sure your guy's full. You want to make sure your guy eats and that he's full. Especially when you're training, you're trying to gain skill. So when you're trying to gain skill and you're out. So basically there are a few places to fight whenever you start around each town. Every town has a graveyard around it, and every town has wild animals out on the outskirts of it. So I'm on the outskirts of Britain right now. I'm under the protection of the town guards, and I'm going to fight with farm animals. I'm going to wrestle with farm animals, like pigs and goats, and I'm going to work my way up to cows and bulls. And by the time I'm wrestling with cows and bulls, I'm going to maybe move over to the graveyard and start wrestling with zombies. There are zombies in the graveyard. You fight the zombies. They're tougher. They're a little tougher than the cows and stuff. And you get equipment from them. You know, you get swords and stuff. So this is the outskirts of Britain. This is a pen of animals. And if I keep going, eventually I'll get to an area where, well, I'll get to a point and I will be no longer under the protection of the town guards. And I don't want to do that because I'm a new player and I'll die. So here it goes. I'm going to, actually, you know what? I'm not going to start with the pig because you know what? The pig is a little tough for me right now. My guy has 1.5% wrestling. So when you start off, okay, when you first start the game, you actually want to look for birds. And they can be hard to find. So I'm looking for a bird. All right. Here's one right here. Sometimes it takes a while to find them. Sometimes you can't find them. See this toey? It's a little bird. This is what you gotta start with. This guy is literally not strong enough to take on a pig. He's not. A pig might kick Darian's ass. I'm gonna take the knife out of my hand. I could just fight with the dagger right now, and he would gain So there's two sword skills. One is called fencing, and one is called swordsmanship. So the dagger, it's either swordsmanship or fencing. It's one of the two. I forget which one it is. But if I start using it, I'll start gaining that skill. But right now, I have no weapon in my hand. So if I attack this bird, I'm going to gain wrestling skill. And whenever my wrestling skill gets up to, you know, maybe 20, 30%, maybe I can go start wrestling pigs. And then it won't take that long. I think all in all, getting this guy to 100% say swordsmanship, 100% parrying might take I don't know. It's not going to take that long. 20 hours maybe, 30 hours, 50 hours. All right, so I killed the bird. I got some wrestling skill. I'm up to 4.7%. I got like 3% off one fucking bird, like that's pretty good. So this is the corpse of the bird. So the bird doesn't have anything on its corpse. But there's cooks in the game, there's food in the game. I can eat this bird. So if I use my dagger on it, I can carve it up. And I get a raw bird. And this is worth money. Or I can cook it and I get some feathers. I'm going to leave the feathers there though. I don't care about the feathers. So I'm going to try to find a few more birds. Wasn't there a crow back here? There it is. I wonder if the crow would be. So I click tab to go to war mode. I click tab to go to war mode, and then I double click on anything. So I just got 2 strength, right? So since my guy has like no wrestling, and since his skill is going up so fast, because it goes up fast at the beginning and it slows down as you get higher, right? Like gradually, like any game, right? So cause he's getting so much skill, he just got 2 strength. That was pretty cool. Again, gonna carve up the corpse. Another bird. Now, I'm not gonna cook these birds because I don't have a character that's a cook. I could make one, but this guy needs money, and I can sell those birds, and I can take that money and I can buy bandages. Which, like I said earlier, I have a hotkey set to bandages. So when my guy starts getting hit, when he starts fighting stronger things and they start hurting him, I'm going to start using those bandages, and I'm going to start gaining on the healing skill. So there's a lot of skills that are linked. The healing skill is linked to anatomy. So when I start healing myself with the bandages while I'm fighting, like they're like healing potions, and my anatomy is going to go up too. Maybe I can fight this rabbit. He's inside the house though. I don't really want to go in somebody's house. I don't know if I should do that. I need to find another bird. There's got to be another bird around here somewhere. Yep, sometimes you can't find them. Sometimes you're looking around. Could be looking around for 20 minutes. Just trying to find a bird. Can't find one sometimes. Hopefully something will turn up. If not, maybe I'll just go try on a pig. You know, if the pig starts to kill me and stuff and it's beating me, I can just run away, right? So it's not the end of the world if I don't find a bird. So as you can see right here, it says I've left the protection of the town guards. So right now, it's open season. If someone were to see me and kill me, the guards wouldn't come and help me. But if I just walk over a few steps to the side, I'm back in the protection of the guards. So that's how you know where the safe zone is. So if I just stay inside this area, I'll be fine. A panther. No, I don't think I can handle a panther yet. There's a goat. There's a hind. See, there's all kinds of animals around here. I could try to... There's a chicken. Perfect. And a crow. Okay, so 3 birds. 3 birds right here. That's perfect. Probably get the wrestling up to like 10%. Oh, there's another one. There's a wolf. So I'll try the magpie first. Wrestling's gonna be going. And so the way that anatomy is tied to healing, whenever I heal myself, my anatomy goes up. Tactics is tied to swordsmanship or wrestling, whatever your combat skill is. So tactics is going to go up anytime you're fighting. I guess anatomy is going up too while you're fighting. So anatomy is kind of tied to a lot of things. Anatomy's tied to a lot of things. Strength went up again. Intelligence went up. So just like I said, it's harder to get your dexterity up than it is to get your strength up. Getting strength up is probably the easiest one. Intelligence might be harder than dexterity, but if you're not a magic user, you don't care about it as much. You're allowed to have 225 skill points. So if your dexterity and your strength are both at 100, you only need 25 intelligence. It's not hard to get 25 intelligence. It's hard to get 100 intelligence or 100 dexterity. But, you know, if this was a wizard, I might start him with, you know, a little bit of intelligence. I don't know. Here's the chicken. Got a new follower? Mech? Makathos. How's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. I'm just doing some Ultima Online here. And I noticed when I was looking at Ultima Online streams the other day that there's a lot of people that do UO streams for other servers. So I was like, oh man, I want to do a stream for my server, you know, because I know it's awesome. It's a good server. I like it. I like the other servers too. I like them all. They're all cool. It's hard to pick one, you know, but you just got to pick one, and that's the one you go with, right? Playing UR on UOR, okay, yeah. I noticed a lot of people playing UO Outlands, I think, on Twitch. I think I've probably played on Outlands. I've probably played on them all at least a bit. I've tried them. Got a wren here. So these birds are going to be worth like probably 10 gold a pop. So I'm looking at about 40, 50 gold probably for those four birds. Yeah, I like the normal old school colors of the server for sure. Exactly, because when a lot of the newer Ultima Onlines, a lot of the servers with a lot of the more custom stuff, it can get crazy. There's a lot of really crazy stuff, you know? A lot of really vibrant colors. There's a lot of servers where anything goes. And that's cool. Those are cool for their own thing, but the look of this one, yeah, it's a lot more of the classic colors, and it's more like the theme. Well, one of the cool things about some of the other servers is, and these are houses that you can buy. One of the cool things about some other servers is you can make custom houses. You can like build a house like it's a game of The Sims with buy all different walls and all different roofs, and there are servers that are set up like that. And I understand. I understand the appeal, you know? It's cool. But I like the classic natural UO feel. This is the classic fucking original. This is original. So these are houses that you can buy for people that have never seen UO before. This is called a sandstone, and this is a marble tower, I think. It's a marble tower. This is a marble tower. This guy's home. Can go say hi to him, if you want. I don't got time for that shit, though. I'm trying to kill birds. Did I even get my... I don't even think I remembered this one. Oh, no, I did. I did. Okay. Here's a crow. This is the last one. I think over here. So, crow. Wrestling skills up to 13 already. Soon enough, this guy will be wrestling pigs. And moving on to the graveyard. And zombies is where you first start to get a little bit of your big money. That's where you start walking away with a few hundred, a few hundred gold walking out of the graveyard, a few thousand gold. That'll sustain you for a while. That'll get you some nice equipment. A nice sword. Yeah, I'd buy some armor, but really I don't think at strength 13 you can even wear armor. I could have bought him a nice cape, but I realized that I've been talking a lot and I need to just get the game on for the people that are watching it. And also because I know that I have 2 hours or 3 hours of this shit ahead of me, so I can talk while this I can talk all about okay, later I'm gonna go buy a cape, and then I'm gonna dye it a certain color. I lost that crow. I don't even know where he went. I can't see him behind the who cares? I got enough gold to buy what I need. That 1,000 is more than enough. The birds will help, but it's not gonna make or break me. Lots of cotton. True. Yeah, you know what? I've totally the last 5 characters I've made, I've totally forgot about that. Didn't even think about it. It's funny that you mention it, because that's something I think that I used to do back in the day, but it's been so long since I did that. Completely forgot. I wonder if I can take on a rabbit. Maybe I'll try a rabbit, alright? So rabbit's slightly tougher than a bird. Let's see it. Yeah, the old cotton. The old cotton trick. Yeah, it's not hard to harvest cotton off of a sheep and turn it into bandages. You don't need to be like a master tailor to make bandages. Anybody can just do it. It's not like cooking either. Like I can't cook these chickens right now. I'll burn them all and then I won't get anything, you know? Yeah, but anybody can get those bandages. I got some meat off the rabbit. Got some skill. You're not allowed killing cats. I can't attack the cat. You can't kill cats and dogs. I learned that the hard way, as I'm sure a lot of people have. So a lot of things that you do in game will get you like crime, like charges. Yeah, the meat is bigger than the rabbit. Yeah, I got a rib out of that rabbit. I got like it's like the same thing you get from a goat, right? So it's like a goat. You get one rib from if you kill a goat. So you're getting just as much meat off that rabbit as you would off that goat. So that was a pretty big rabbit. But yeah, no cat killing. I can't kill the cat. Cats are our friends. Cats are with us. They're keeping the mice population down. What would we do without cats? So, yeah, that rabbit's in that guy's house. I am looking for rabbits now. Maybe I might try to take on pig. Maybe I should just go start with the pig, because there's more pigs around. Once you get to pigs, it's not like you got to go around and search, you know? There's a lot of cows and pigs everywhere. Once you get to cows and pigs, you're kind of good. You can just sit in the same area. So you don't got to go and like look around like this. This is just in the very early stages. As soon as this is over, as soon as he gets up to, I think like I said, like 20-30%, he's going to be good. Once his strength gets up to 30 or 40 and he gets some armor, the game goes a little it's a little better. Maybe I'll just try a sheep. So I'm going to go in the pen. Try out a sheep. Here we go. Moving up in the world. Take a bite of a lamb leg. Looks good. Looks good. So this guy's got 13.14 wrestling, and he's having no problem taking on a sheep. So, it's like the bird stage is already over. Just like that, you just need 6, 7, whatever birds at the start. Get your guy, a little bit of skill. And once you're into the farm animals, it gets easier. So these sheep are gonna get me, You fight a sheep, it's a little stronger, it takes a little longer to kill. It's kind of better though because you're gaining more skill off it. Alright, so I got that sheep. I'm gonna carve it up, and it's gonna give me lamb chops. Lamb chops. Now my weight is getting up towards 70. So I want to be careful. Should I gotta spin the wool. I can't not do it now. Okay, so I didn't even have to shear the sheep or buy shears. I just got the wool, so hey, I might as well make some bandages. I talked about it. Okay, there's a pig down here. Pigs are where it's at. Pig wrestling. This is what Ultima Online is about. So when you start the game, you start out as a pig wrestler. You're a pig wrestling menace. You get your strength up. Once you guys' strength is up, you buy him some armor. Then he can move up and fight something real tough. So now that I'm fighting a pig and pigs are somewhat tough, you can see my health. My health is starting to go down. The pig's actually hurting me. So I'm going to start using my bandages. So to use my bandages, I double click on my bandages and I click on my guy. Or if I want, I have my health bar here. I can double click on the bandages and I can click on the health bar. Right? So, but since I have this razor, right, utility program, instead of doing all that, I can just press a button on my keyboard. And as you can see down here, when I press the button, it says, you begin applying the bandages. And then after a little while, it'll tell you whether you passed or you failed. And as your healing gets better, so it says, you applied the bandages, but they barely help. That's basically a fail. That's basically it didn't work. If it says you apply the bandages or something like that, I forget what it says, that's basically like a pass. And whenever you do it, a pass, you get quite a few hit points. So it's great. It takes a few seconds. The higher your dexterity is, the less time it takes for you to heal. So the dexterity helps your healing a lot, and that's another reason why it's helpful to start with a lot of dexterity, because it helps out your healing, helps out a lot of things. Okay, so this guy, is he's already beaten pigs, like, because he's got the 60 dexterity. He's so quick and he hits so fast that, and his strength is, you know, he's already got 3 strength in no time. And all his skills are going up so fast. He's taken pigs on already. This guy's going to be on cows soon. This guy's going to be on cows. So, try this sheep again. Maybe try a cow. But the thing is because his healing is 52, you know, that pig might have beat me. If you know, if the guy didn't have 50 healing. If he started with less healing. Healing is very important. And it takes a while. This guy's swordsmanship, his tactics, his parrying, and his anatomy will all be 100 long before his healing is 100. That I can guarantee you. The healing will take... You might never see the end of the healing. When I upload this video onto YouTube and I have a collection of all these videos of how to train a character up from the base, you might never see the 100 healing. I might not be able to do that many hours. It could take a year. It could take a year. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the cow and just see what happens. Because, I mean, the guy's got 46 bandages, right? So, the guy's got lots of bandages. I don't think a cow... Even if the cow beats me and kills me, same thing I said about the pig earlier, he's going to get so much skill and then I can just run away. And he's going to get so much skill off it that it's going to be worth it. Okay, so more lamb chops. I'll take the lamb chops. I'll take the wool. And then I'll try this cow, okay? Here goes the cow. So the cow is going to hit me. So I'm ready to heal my guy. I've got my hand on the healing button. As soon as the cow hits me, I'm going to start healing. And I'm going to hope that my healing goes up as fast as possible. But, okay, so that cow hit me. So I'll go ahead, use some bandages. That's going to help my anatomy go up. That's going to help my healing go up. Bandages are cheap. They cost next to nothing. They cost nothing. There's somebody running by. Look at that. Okay, so the guy, it doesn't take long to get strong enough to wrestle with a cow. But I'll still wrestle the pigs. I mean, as long as you're getting a good, you know, a lot of skill gains off somebody that you're fighting against, they're, you know, to me it's worth it. You know, the pigs are good, you know. Eventually, you know, you're killing the you know, say the rabbits, you're killing them too fast. It's like, you know, it's not even worth it to attack them. Goats, pigs, and cows are going to be the go-to for now. And then bulls, I can't take a bull right now. I can take a cow, that's different. The bull will kick my ass. Also, there's 2 kinds of goats. There's a goat and there's a mountain goat. The mountain goats are a lot tougher than the goats. So right now I'm fighting everything except for a mountain goat and a bull. Anything else is fair game. Got some dexterity. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, when I go back into town, I have to go back into town now because my guy is holding he's got too much weight on him. So I have too much weight. I shouldn't have brought all this gold out. The gold is actually really heavy. Yeah, see, if I didn't have the gold on me. Alright, so when I go back into the town, I will go to the clothing store and I'll buy a cape. And when I buy the cape, I'll buy some dye. And I'll buy a dye tub and I'll dye it like, black or brown or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll dye it red. And then I'm going to buy I'm going to do a mace. I'm going to do a mace. I'm going to train my guy to mace fighting. I'll train it all the way to 100. And then when it's 100, because that one will be the first one. Mace fighting will be the first thing to hit 100. Because there's going to be a lot of fighting. So once mace fighting is 100, I will get a sword, and I'll train sword fighting to 100. Or fencing, one of the two. And he'll have 2 weapon skills, probably. That's how I want to do this guy. I want him to be multi-talented. And in training those 2 weapon skills both to 100, his strength will be close to 100. It'll be close to 100 by the end of that. And then dexterity will be 100 by the time the healing gets to 100, because healing trains dexterity. And mining is because that other character who, for some reason, my thing was all set up for him, he's a miner. And a fighter, because you fight stuff in mines. So if you want to be a good miner, it helps to have fighting skills. Alright, so that's how I'll start it off. And I like to throw that thing down in the corner like that. And then have my stuff. I don't usually set it up with the thing in the middle. But I'm doing that for this character, for the broadcast, just because I think it looks nice. And people might appreciate it. People might think it's better. Alright, so I've got way too much weight right now. My guy is about 20 pounds overweight, so I have to drop something. But in all honesty, I can probably run back and pick it up, and no one might even show up. So I'm going to drop a bunch of this stuff here. And I'm going to run into the town. I'm going to drop a bunch of stuff in my bank account, and I'm going to run back. Basically, is what I'm going to do. Because that's what you got to do. Your guy can only hold so much weight. The higher my strength is, the more weight I'll be able to hold. Right now, he doesn't have a lot of strength, therefore he can't hold a lot. That's another reason why, even if this was a wizard right now, you'd be starting him off the same way. You'd have to get his strength up to, at least 30 just so that he can hold. So, no matter what character you are, probably cook, blacksmith, wizard, pirate, whatever, you're probably going to be starting your character off exactly like this. Wrestling farm animals. It's just the way to go. Okay, so I'm in the bank. I'm going to drop off the money first of all because it's the heaviest thing. Might as well drop it all off. Every once in a while there's this save. I usually take a drink of water. Okay, the world was saved. Alright, so I'm going to drop off some of this junk. My guy should be good for a while. This is the butcher. Now, the butcher buys meat, which is convenient because I have a bunch of meat. Alright, so their raw birds were worth what was it, 4 gold each or something? Not much, but the price fluctuates. So if there's been a lot of people selling raw birds at the store, they'll be giving you less for them. So it's possible that that's not the regular price. That the price is you know, supply and demand. The supply and demand affected the price and made it lower for some reason, because that happens in real life and in the virtual life, both. Because virtual life is just like real life. I'm gonna fight this pig. I press tab to go into war mode, and then I click on the pig, and then I use my bandages and just, plan my next move. I forgot to go buy the cape. I'll go buy the cape next time. Plenty of time for the cape. So getting a lot of good skill gains on this pig here. Almost at 20 wrestling already. Oh, I forgot to run and go grab the I forgot to go run and grab the all my lamb chops. I totally forgot about all my lamb chops over here. Good thing I remembered. Look at that, nobody even took them. I'm not sure if that would be considered stealing. I'm not too sure. That's another character. So that is basically, this game is all online, and all the people that you see running around are real people. So most people are good, but like I said, there are a few bad ones out there that will try to pickpocket you and steal stuff off your guy. And some people will help you out. Some people will help you out. You know, they might do a trade with you. They might buy something off you. They might sell something to you. They might invite you into their friend group. On the website earlier, or when I was showing the website, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, it showed how many people are online. So there are like, there are like 500 or 600 people, I think, usually online on this particular server, and there are, probably 4 or 5 big servers that have numbers into the hundreds, where there are hundreds of people online, free servers, and then the official servers. I'm not sure how many people play on the official servers. I would guess that it's a lot more. I would guess that there's more. Well, the official server is not just one server either. The official server is the real legit UO servers are, there are many. Depending on your time zone, I think there's European, East Coast, West Coast. So I'm just healing my guy, even though he's only taking a little damage. Not because I really want to heal the damage, more just because I want his healing skill to go up. That's That's what you do. That's how it goes in Ultima Online. Basically. You're trying to get your skill up as fast as possible. See, I don't even know if he has enough. Um, I don't even know when he'll have enough strength to hold a weapon, you know, say. He might he might need 15 or 20 strength just to hold, you know, a very basic weapon. Maybe a dagger is the only weapon he's able to hold right now, I don't know. But yeah, this is going to go on for a good this is going to go on for a good I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours wrestling with farm animals. And then maybe go buy him a maybe go fight with the dagger. Not because I want fencing skill, because I want dexterity. So it's funny, my weight is getting higher. I'm getting up towards 80 right now, but my strength is going up a bit too. So as I'm grabbing more meat now, my guy's getting stronger. So it's like, ooh, I can wait a little longer. I think once I'm done with this sheep, I will run back to town. I will sell off all this junk. I will get some new bandages and, restock, resupply, rearm, come back out here, and then it's, I mean, it's really going to be like one final push. If I come out here with 100 bandages and sit out here for 2 hours, 3 hours, this guy's going to be ready to move on, to go somewhere else. There are dungeons you can go to. There are graveyards you can go to. You can wander around in the forest and you will find monsters, creatures, trolls, giants, whatever, what have you, and just fight them if you really want to. So there's a lot of different places you can go. I'll show you a few of them. But just for the sake of doing something cool for the video, I will go back to town and conduct a little business. Grab some lamb chops. Okay, I am overweighted. Wow, so I waited a little too long. Or wait, here's the thing, if I eat something, I might be able to get myself back down. I'm not going to be able to eat another thing. I'm simply too full to eat anymore. Here's a funny question. I wonder if because I'm only 1 pound overweight, if I just walk, if I don't run, can I go back to town? Looks like I might be able to. Okay, this is cool. I don't want to have to drop anything. I don't want to have to come back for anything. Even though I'm probably just going to come right back anyways. But I'm going to show where the tailor is. The tailor is an interesting place because, I mean, clothes don't really do anything. They're just for looks. But there's a few things that you can buy at the tailor that are useful. Like bandages. You don't actually buy bandages at the tailor though. You buy cloth and you cut it up, and that's bandages is just cut up cloth. So everyone has to go to the tailor at one point or another usually. But clothes are optional. Clothes are optional. You can just wear armor, or you can have clothes on under the armor, or there are a few clothing items you can put on over armor. So first thing I'll do is I should go to the butcher. Yeah, I should have just went to the butcher. So the butcher is a good place, an interesting place. You need to know where to go right here. The tavern right here, that's where you buy your food. The bank and the tailor, those are your kind of 4 main places that are every town. You can start in any town and just go find the butcher in your town and find the tailor in your town. But I like Britain. It's kind of everything's convenient. I like how it looks. I just like it. I've always liked Britain. So I want to sell this guy some meat. So I type vendor sell. Now I can only sell 5 items at a time. So this is going to take a little bit. So I sell 5 of those for. Okay, I'm going to set up a few hotkeys. I'm going to show you some hotkeys that I use. So there are hotkeys in the Razor utility program. You can set up hotkeys here in this way. Or you can have hotkeys in the game, and you can have the Razor ones. You can use them both. And sometimes the game hotkey is fine, so you don't need to use the Razor hotkey, but the Razor utility gives you options to use hotkeys that you aren't able to use in the game for whatever reason, or it adds in. There's a lot of features. Anyway, so the game starts off, and these are the hotkeys it gives you. If I press Alt S, it's going to open my status window. If I press Alt T, it's going to open chat. If I press Alt B, it's going to open my spell book, right? So the game gives you a few hotkeys to start with. And you can add a few in as you go. So I've already got 2 added in here of mine that stayed in for sometimes when you create a character, some of your options stay, I guess. So one of the hotkeys that I use is F8. F8, I use it to open doors. So instead of double clicking on a door, I just press F8 when I'm in front of the door and it opens the door. Now for my I make a hotkey that tells my guy to vendor sell, to say vendor sell, so that I don't have to type vendor sell, right, 10 times. And then you can add one. I like to add one in that's vendor buy. So when I'm in town and I want to buy or sell, I just press F9, F10, and then F11 is what I use for bank. So I don't have to ever type any of those things, because otherwise you're going to have to type that stuff, you know, a lot. So I'll sell him 4 more lamb chops. I have a lot of ribs. It's possible that I might sell him, 10 or 15 ribs, and he might not want any more. And I might have to come back later. So I'm not necessarily going to get to sell all these ribs, but I'll get at least a little bit of money here, which is great, because I can spend this money on bandages and whatnot. Looks like you might take them all. Alright, you took them all. That's great. Alright, so I got 276 gold from that little excursion, which is, that's not bad for the start of the game. That's going to get me some supplies so that I can continue doing this. So one of the things I'm going to do now with all this gold is I'm going to go to the tailor. This is the tailor. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to grab my scissors out of the bank. So I just set up a hotkey. To say bank. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to take the wool. And I'm going to use the wool at the tailor to make bandages. So this is the tailor. The Lord's Clothers. One of them. There might be 2 of them in this town. I'm not really sure. So there are 3 people in here. 2 of them sell things. They sell different things. So this one sells clothes, I think. So if I walk near Grazia, no, it's this one here. So I gotta walk near Belia, and Belia sells clothes. Belia also sells dye. So whenever people walk near you, sometimes it's because they want to try to pickpocket you. So I'm always cautious about people who walk near me, because like I was saying, people could try to pickpocket you. You have to be really, you have to be wary of people in town. I don't know who that is. But like I said, usually if anything happens and you're worried, you run to your bank and you take all your gold and you take all your stuff and you put it in your bank. Right? Because they can't take anything. So these scissors are newbie. That means that they can't be stolen. This dagger is not newbie, I guess. I thought it was. My pants. I think they are newbie. It doesn't say they're newbie, but I think they are. But I don't think the scissors can be stolen. I don't think the scissors can be stolen. Anyways, I want to do stuff in the tailor, but I don't trust that guy. It's suspicious. Whenever someone stands beside you, usually most people know that they're trying to be cautious of each other. And if you stand beside somebody, you know, usually it's because you're up to no good. People don't just stand beside you for no reason. Usually they're trying to pickpocket you. They're trying to see if you're on your guard. Because let's say I leave my guy here. Let's say I go and I grab myself a sandwich and I come back. Well, I wasn't watching my guy. Somebody could have came along, went through my stuff, stole my gold, anything out of my backpack, and in that 30 seconds or minute that I took to run and grab a, you know, whatever, glass of water, who knows. So you got to be really careful. Now, if I go back to the tailor and that guy's still there, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I wish he'd just, you know, go away. But sometimes, you know, there's pickpockets around, they're doing their thing. Pickpocketing is a skill. It's some people are thieves. Some people can you can buy a house in this game. Somebody could break into your house. They could pick your lock because there's a lock picking skill. And they could take you know, they could take things. There's ways to lock things in your house so that they can't take them. But they could go in, somebody could, in theory, break into your house whenever you're not online and hide. You can hide and you can, so that a person can't see you anywhere in the game. So if someone comes into your house and they hide in your house, and then you go to your house and you think that you're safe and you leave your guy in your house, they can pickpocket you. Things like that happen. So I'm going to take some of this money here. I'm going to take the wool. I'm going to go and I'm going to try to make some bandages. And I'm going to buy a cape. And I'm going to buy a dye. And I'm going to dye the cape. Green, I guess, probably. So the tailor I want to talk to is... it's Balia. You want to make sure that you're standing beside the right one. So I'm going to grab a dyeing tub. I'm going to grab dyes. And I'm going to grab a cape. And I'd grab a hat, but my guy's going to be wearing, you know, a helmet. So, I mean, there's no point really in buying a hat. You can wear a cape with armor. It doesn't really... So to use the dye, you double click on the dyes. You click on the dyeing tub. You get to pick any color. Usually the darkest color. I just pick black. Because black is, I like black. So, but my guy's got green pants. Alright, so that's the, you know, there's all those clothes you can buy. Now, for the bandages, I need to use these, I think, over here. So, this is a spinning wheel. If I click on the wool and click on the spinning wheel, I think I can make cloth. Or yarn. And then I turn the yarn into... I forget how to do it. I forget how to do it, but... here I go. I guess I'm going to make some bandages instead of buying them. So I could just buy cloth. I could buy a... you know, a bolt of cloth, and I could turn it in, and I could cut it up, and I could have bandages. One bolt of cloth gives you 50 bandages. I don't know how many that all of this is going to give me. But I have 6 balls of yarn right now. Is this a loom? Yep. Takes around 8. Okay, so I need I need a lot more. Somebody in the chat said it takes around 8 balls of yarn to make a bolt of cloth. Okay, so I need to keep going. I need to keep going with this. I might have enough just to get 1 bolt, but 1 bolt is fine. 1 bolt is 50. If I take 50 and I add it to the whatever 40 or 35 that I still have. Hopefully I don't have to, hopefully I got enough. I think I have 8 though. Okay, look, a little more. I'm good. I'm good. Almost finished. I think it took about 6. Okay, there we go. So I got a bolt of cloth. So once you get a bolt of cloth, you cut it up. Once, you cut it up a little more. 50 cloth. Still got some more yarn. So that's the tailor. That's how that works. So I've been playing for an hour and a half, and this guy's already got 14 strength, 64 dexterity, and 12 intelligence, which is not bad for basically playing for about an hour. Oh, that too, yeah. It's possible, yeah. I guess, yeah, you're right. Alright, so back at the bank here. I'm going to drop off some of this stuff. Drop off the dye. Drop off the yarn. Now nobody can take it, right? So all this stuff that I bought, I throw all this stuff in my bank. No one can take it. However, I want the chickens because I want to eat them. And then I'll take 50 bandages. I'll leave the 30 in case, who knows, in case something happens, in case I die. You know, it never hurts to leave some supplies in your bank just in case. It never hurts to leave. To not take everything with you. That's a good, it's kind of a good habit to be in. But I mean, I'm pretty safe in the farm area here anyways. Graveyard is a little more dangerous. There are more than zombies in the graveyard, so when you're in the graveyard, you're trying to fight zombies, and when you see other creatures that are stronger than zombies, you're kind of trying to stay away from them. Once in a while, one of them accidentally attacks you, and depending on how strong you are, could get in trouble. You could get in trouble very quick. If I'm gonna die, it'll happen in the graveyard. I probably will die a few times in the graveyard. I would say this guy is probably going to be ready to go to the graveyard in, I don't know, maybe about 2 more hours. I don't know how long I'll play. I'll play until I'm too tired to play anymore. That's what I usually do. Sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 5. I don't know. This game, it takes less energy than Age of Empires, though. Age of Empires is a great game, but Age of Empires is, it's it's straining. It's exhausting mentally. This game is kind of relaxing, so it's easier to play a game like this for a few hours. It doesn't really like drain you, you know? Okay, so I accidentally left my dagger in my hand whenever I fought that pig or that goat, so I I think I just gained some fencing, I guess it was. Some fencing skill from accidentally using the dagger. But I want to use this dagger for carving up these corpses. How else am I gonna get the meat? But yeah, a couple more hours. You know, this guy might be at 20 strength. Go buy a mace. Come back here, kill 5 or 10 cows with the mace. Maybe get another strength or 2. Go buy some leather armor, maybe. Hope and see if I can wear leather armor with 20, 25 strength. And then see if I can survive in the graveyard. If not, come back here for an hour or 2, then go back and try it again. And that's how it goes. So sometimes you want to maybe fight two people at once, because if you're getting hit more, it helps you gain skill more. So if you can handle fighting 2 or 3 or whatever, monsters, creatures, whatever you're fighting at once, it can be very beneficial for training purposes. So I'm able to take 2 cows on now. This is great. This is perfect. Getting a lot of skill here. Getting to do more healing. I want to do more healing. I want to get hit so that I'm able to heal my guy, but then I'm always getting hit, that I can always be using the healing. Because healing is going to take the longest. It's going to take a long time. Healing goes up slow. Right, yeah. So, okay, I'm going to talk a little about that. So basically, if I wanted to, I could go pay a trainer to train my wrestling up to 30 or 35%. Right? There are people in the game who can train you on any skill. So you can find somebody to train your healing, or to train your, fishing, or cooking or whatever, right? So that would be useful for me to say if I wanted to cook all these ribs instead of selling them, right? I could go to a trainer and train my cooking up to 30%, or sometimes it's like 32 or 33% is usually what you get it to through them. And that might be good enough for me to cook these ribs. So it can be helpful to do that. I'm not going to do that for skills because training a skill like wrestling yourself all the way to 30 or 32 or 33 is going to get me stat increases. I'm going to get a lot of strength from training it up versus starting with it at 30. And, I don't know how to explain it, but I think you know what I mean. It's like, I might not get as much strength. I'm right now, I'm more concerned about the stats than I am. I'm more concerned about these 3 numbers right here than I am about all these numbers down here. And I'm really here trying to train my strength up. But it is useful sometimes to go and use a NPC trainer to train up a skill. But I won't be doing it though. For a fighter. Another thing too is it takes no time to get to 30% in any skill. It takes a couple hours, probably at most. So, I mean, it's a waste of gold, really. It's kind of a waste of gold. Whenever you're starting off, you have 100% to distribute any way you want. You can put 33% into 3 skills, or you can put 50% into 2, or you can put 40 into 1 and 40 into 1 and 20 in another. But I would say it's more useful to start with a skill at 50, because getting a skill to 20 or 30 is so easy that it's a waste to use your points at the beginning to only bring a skill up to 20 or 30. Getting a skill to 50 is considerably harder. So it's good to start with 50 of a skill at the start, and then to get an NPC trainer to train you up to 30% of something. I would rarely do it, just because of how easy it is to get to 30. 30 is a pretty low number. Trying to get skills to 50, 60, that's when they start to get hard. So, starting with healing at 50, I'm in the hard part, and I'm working on the hard part rather than spending time. 50 might take a lot longer to get to 30. Healing might be a good skill to buy, because it would be hard to get.
resisting spells would be a good skill to train to buy, because it's hard to get up. I wouldn't use it for wrestling though. I wouldn't use it for mace fighting. Definitely not parrying. Parrying is easy, is super easy to get, because all you have to do to increase your parrying is get hit. And it's not hard to get hit because everything is trying to hit you all the time. You're getting hit constantly. You need a shield though. You need a shield in your heads to train parrying. Look at this cow's trying to block me. Out of the way, cow. Your friend is my lunch. Your friend is my lunch. And he's my skills upgrades. Getting there. Maybe I should take out the dagger just to finish him off. Okay, so yeah, dagger's fencing. Wouldn't hurt to... If I brought my fencing from, 0 to, say, 50, I might get 5 dexterity from doing that. And it wouldn't take that long. Even though I might never use fencing again, I might switch to maces and use maces from there on. That's kind of how it is with the stats. Are that hard to get that you might want to train up a skill you're not going to use just to give yourself some of a certain stats. That's it. Taming is one. Yeah, taming, I reckon, or I've heard, I guess, that is hard to train. I've never trained taming before because I never understood it. I never had a desire really to do it too much. And I've kind of known for a long time too that it's harder. It's hard. And I've never got into taming. I can't say much about it. But I may do it. I may try to learn to build a character one day that's a tamer. Have 4 tamers. It's fun to train up. Well, everybody, the thing that I love about Ultima Online is that there's so many different things that you can do that, there are a lot of options for a person. So if a person comes to the game, they might not want to make a basic fighter and do what I'm doing here. They might want to do something different, and they might enjoy the game, and that's, doing whatever they do, and that's one of the great things about it. It's one of those longer to train ones. Yeah, I think the longer to train ones are satisfying. Yeah, so it takes a long time to train healing. When my guy has 100 healing, it's going to be that much more satisfying than getting 100 parrying. Getting 100 parrying, it's not even a big deal. I'm not even really going to care when that happens. But it'll be nice to have it because I'll be able to fight bigger, stronger creatures who have more gold on them and more expensive equipment that I can sell for gold. That's it. That's the name of the game. You're trying to get gold. I can chop down trees and I can learn to build furniture and I can sell the furniture for gold if I want to. Or I can chop down trees and I can sell the wood for gold. Or I can go tame horses and I can sell people horses. Or I can go fishing, catch fish, and cook the fish and sell them. Sell people fish steaks. I like the sell cloth. People are always looking for cloth. Yeah, it's true. You see a lot of vendors selling bandages. Bandages are a big business. What I just did, making bandages, some people don't have time for that. They don't want to do that. Gold is not hard to come by. There are a lot of ways to get gold.
you start off somewhat poor. It's not hard to find gold and to get to get stuff. It's not that hard. A lot of different things you can do. So I'm starting off here. I'm selling ribs. I've already made 400 gold. I have my bandages paid for the next, you know, whatever. My bandages, all my food. Even if I didn't start with 1,000 gold. First character was GM Taylor on the server for me. Use it to buy regs to GM Majory. Yep, well, Majory is a hard one. I can't say I've ever had a character that GM'd Majory. I've probably had a character that had an 80 or 90. I know that it's probably one of the hardest ones. Costs a lot for the ingredients. I think having a GM mage one day. So, okay, so when you're talking about, for my viewers who have never played Ultima Online or people who are watching this for the first time, when you get 100 in a skill, players of Ultima Online refer to that as GMing something. Once you have 100 in a skill, you are a GM. The way my title here says Apprentice Healer. When my healing is 100, it'll say Grandmaster Healer. When it's 99.9, it'll say Master Healer. It's not till you hit 100 that you'll be called a Grandmaster in whatever skill. So when we talk about having a GM Tailor or a GM Animal Tamer, that just means that you have 100 in that skill. So yeah, it could be smart to make a blacksmith or a craftsman to earn money to train another character in another thing, because that character might you maybe need gold to train certain skills, or it helps to have more gold to train them. If you have more gold, you're able to train them faster. Type thing. All my good characters on this server are fighters. I get all my gold from killing monsters. My craftsman slash whatever economic characters are all just used for basic stuff. I have a miner. I have a GM miner, I should say. Mining is easy to GM. Mining is one of the things that doesn't take that long, because when you're mining, you're not even thinking about the skill and how long the skill is taking. You're thinking about how much ore you have, and you're trying to get 5,000 or 10,000 ore. You're gonna GM long before that, before you start making any real money mining. I bought my first house on this server with gold that I made from selling ore with my GM miner. But it's a cheap house. Like, it's not like anything. It's not like I've ever made a million gold or something like that. It doesn't take long to get to, like a 100K, once you have a warrior who's, who has 100 or 90 or 100 swordsmanship and 90 or 100 parrying, and you're running around killing trolls and ogres and stuff, it doesn't take long to get 50 or 100,000 gold. And once you've got 50 or 100,000, you can buy your first house. You can stash your stuff there. You can decorate it. Buy yourself some nice armor. Buy a real nice sword, like a magic sword with some magic abilities, which enables you to kill even stronger creatures and make even more gold. And with my best character that I have on this server, Frost, if I go out with 100 bandages and go and kill monsters until those 100 bandages are gone, it might take me an hour or an hour and a half, and I'll have 5 or 10,000 gold. So, 10 of those training sessions, 10 or 15 good training sessions, and I've got 100k. And 100k can buy you something, buy you some cool stuff. Can buy you lots of cool stuff. So one cool thing about this game is all the monsters that you'll fight, goblins, skeletons, demons, whatever is out there, ogres, all these creatures and monsters and that you fight, they're all different. So every cow is different. Some cows are stronger than other cows. Some ogres are stronger than other ogres. You might fight an especially strong ogre once in a while. You might fight an especially strong cow once in a while. I feel like this is an especially strong cow. This cow's... he's taking a long time. So it's kind of a good thing because it's like... I'm going to get more skill gains because I'm going to take longer to kill this cow. Trying to get up as fast as possible. I might want to switch to a weapon though. Actually. I mean, I've got 15 strength. I'm pretty sure my guy should be able to hold like some of the smaller weapons. Maybe the club. Maybe a club, maybe a katana, I don't know. I'll probably go straight to maces though, because maces, I think mace fighting will build up my skill a little faster than, say, if I was to do fencing. Not my skill, my strength. I want to get my strength up, because I want my guy to be able to carry more. The more you can carry, the less you need to run back to town to go sell whatever you have, drop off stuff. So I might go with the club. I mean, or I could just throw the dagger into my hands. Start working on fencing. Fencing, I think, helps to build your dexterity. It probably builds strength too as well, so I might get some strength gains. And also, it kills the animals faster. So, wrestling takes a long time to kill animals. Fencing, I'll be able to... I won't get as much skill, but I'll get more ribs faster. And more gold faster. And I'll still get strength and dexterity and intelligence too. Healing gives you intelligence. When you're fighting, sometimes you just get an intelligence bonus now and then. I think maybe anatomy and tactics are linked. Secondary to intelligence. Maybe I should try llama. I'll try the llama. I think llamas are a little tougher than cows, so. But I think with with dexterity as high as it is, 65, with strength as high as it is, healing, I think that even though this guy's fencing is low, it's all the other skills being high kind of is outweighing it. And it's going to increase so fast fighting a creature like this. I just got an intelligence. And also, you get more ribs off a llama than you do a pig or a goat. Yeah, guy with the dagger is pretty strong. Guy with the dagger is pretty strong. Good enough to make good money. So I was getting, I think, 8 gold for those ribs. So if I get 8 ribs off a cow and they're worth 8 gold each, I think that's like 64. That's a lot of gold as long as the butcher's still buying them. I'll eventually go back to the butcher. He won't want any more ribs. And then I can put them in my bank and save them till the next time I log on. That's no big deal. Got another dexterity upgrade. Healing's going up. Anatomy's going up. So anatomy's going up fast because it's going up because I'm healing, and it's going up for the fighting skills, I guess. Dexterity's going up for a lot of things. I'd like to get strength though, but I don't think it's going to hurt to do the fencing like I said. Maybe when I go back I'll buy a weapon. Try to wear some armor. I should be able to wear a bit of leather, I think, maybe with 15 strength. I might be able to wear like the leather gloves. Maybe the leather gloves. Maybe the leather arms. Maybe not the pants. Definitely not the shirt. I definitely won't be able to wear the leather shirt. I think I'll need 20 or 25 for that. Alright, this guy's almost has too much weight on him, so it's time to go back to town. Time to go back to town. There's a blacksmith out here, but I don't really use this one. I don't know why. There's a few blacksmiths in Broughton. There's usually more than one blacksmith and more than one mage shop in every town. There are, 2 or 3 plus mage shops in every town. Two or three plus black shops in every town. Okay, so here I am back at the bank. First thing I'm going to do is how much wool do I got here? I got 3. Is that going to be enough? I'll leave it in the bank. I'll take the bandages. Puts me back to 50. I don't think he's going to want these ribs. I think he's going to be telling me very soon that he's had enough ribs. But I'll go give it a try. Sell him the lamb chops. So he used to give me 8, now he's giving me 7. That's great. I'm just happy he's buying them. Now he's giving me 6. He's almost had enough. Pretty soon he's gonna be full. He's gonna have more ribs than he needs. And I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. I can always go to another town. There, he's good. He's had enough. But made a bit of coin. That's great. I'm gonna grab a bit of food. All right, got some bread here. Grab a bit of bread. Couple more birds. That should be good for a while. All right, so there are a bunch of random weapons lying all over the ground. There's some armor here. These are some plate legs, some leather gloves. If I wanted to, I could go pick all this stuff up and I could go and sell it at the blacksmith and I could make a bit of money. It's just like free money lying around. Sometimes people just throw stuff on the ground sometimes. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm back at the bank here. I'm going to take my meat that I haven't sold, leave it there, and I'm going to go try to buy a little bit of armor. And I'm going to go try to fight in the graveyard. I'll give it a try. See how this guy fares out with a dagger. I'll take a bit of gold. I got 50 bandages. I'll try to buy some leather armor. I'll try to buy a small shield. And see if I can take on like a zombie. So, a zombie, rather than a... So a cow gives me ribs, 8 ribs that I can sell. I can sell the 8 ribs for 40 gold or 30 gold, depending on the price. Now, a zombie will give me, you know, 40 or 50, possibly even like 60 gold. So a zombie is, and I don't have to go and sell it. I just get the gold. So it's a little less work. It's a little more profitable. Okay, so I bought some leather gloves. I'm able to wear the leather gloves. If I bought the leather tunic, I would not be able to put it on. I'm sure. I might not even be able to put the arms on. Okay, I can put the arms on. So I'm able to put leather gloves on and leather arms on. My armor is now 3. I'll try the leggings, but I doubt that I'll be able to put the leggings on, but I'll try. Okay, I guess I can't wear them over my pants. I'm able to put on the leggings. Okay, that's great. I'll take the cap and then the gorget. If I can put the leggings and the arms on, I'm pretty sure the cap and the gorget aren't going to be a problem. So I got everything except for the tunic. The tunic, I'm going to need 20 strength. But if I get 20 strength, or 25, I might just be able to go to chainmail. I might be able to skip leather or even get studded leather. So I'm going to start off. I got 7 7 armor. You can see my armor up in the top corner. I'm going to go buy a small shield from the blacksmith, and then I'm going to go try to find a zombie or a skeleton. And if the zombie and the skeletons are really giving me a hard time, I will go back and I'll fight cows for a little while longer, maybe another hour, and then I'll come back here. So this is the blacksmith. This is one of the few blacksmiths in Britain. This is the other side of town, and this is the path to the graveyard. So just outside of town. It's outside of the guard zone, but usually it's not too bad. So this is the graveyard. Now you can see there's 2 skeletons here near the gate. There's a zombie here. Now I don't want to fight more than one at a time. I want to try to just get one. Okay, there's one zombie coming out here to fight me. Or one skeleton, I should say, sorry. So here it is. Here's the first fight with a creature other than a farm animal. There's a skeleton here. Now I'm going to heal myself. I'm just going to keep healing myself over and over again. Now the skeleton's quite a bit tougher than a cow. So it's actually a real fight this time. I'm actually going to have to be making sure that I'm always healing. So the heal worked. He hit me. Starting my next heal, I want to always make sure that I'm healing because it takes a few seconds. So I don't want there to be any big breaks. Now that I have a shield, I'm starting to gain parrying. Now my guy's weak and he can't beat a skeleton, but since his healing is high enough, since he's got high enough healing, he's able to manage. He might lose. The skeleton might start beating me. I might need to run away. But I'm gaining so much skill off him so quickly that I think within a half an hour of running away and healing and coming back and fighting, he'll eventually be able to kill one skeleton. And then I can run around and fight one-on-ones, you know, for a little while. And eventually fight 2 and 3 of them. And eventually go into the graveyard and fight things that are stronger than zombies and skeletons. There are a few creatures in the graveyard stronger than these guys that I will eventually move on to, and that you get even more gold from. And you just gradually move up and fight stronger and stronger bad guys. Kinda, more or less. So fencing is like almost 20. Didn't take long. Fighting harder, stronger creatures helps you get gains faster. When you fight things that are a lot stronger than you, your skill will go up faster. Tactics is already almost at 30 because of wrestling. So training wrestling is helping. Even though I'm not wrestling anymore, it's still, because all the skills, all the fighting skills they complement each other. Tactics complements all your fighting skills. So does anatomy. So this skeleton has almost killed me. If I don't succeed on my next heal, I'm gonna have to run away. I'm gonna have to run away right now. Okay, so I have not succeeded on my last, say, like 3 or 4 heals, which happens because my healing is not that high. There, I just succeeded and did a good heal, but it only healed a few hit points. Almost half healed me, so I need to heal a little bit more before I continue fighting the skeleton. So as my healing gets higher, eventually I'll be able to heal. Usually, always, I'll usually always be successful. Instead of right now where it's not the best. There we go. Okay, so got my health back up. Fencing's at 20. Healing is almost at 54%, so that's great. By the time my fighting skills get up, healing will be up in probably at 60, you know. Healing will be at 60 pretty soon, and that'll be good. Once healing hits about 65, 70, your guy starts to be a pretty good healer. And also, like I said, dexterity affects healing, so by the time dexterity, I think, hits 80, I think your guy starts to heal quite quickly. The timer is around 5 seconds for healing. It's probably, 6 or 7 seconds or more, and then as you get higher, you start to get to like only 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That's why it's important to get dexterity. So I don't know what this guy's doing. He just ran up beside me. Now usually, like I said, when somebody runs up beside you, it's because they're trying to pickpocket you or something. So I'm not gonna stand beside him or let him stand beside me. If he keeps following me around, I'm just gonna run back to the bank, throw all my stuff into the bank, and that's how you deal with people. You just run to the bank and put all your stuff in the bank. Now I want to be careful not to accidentally see this guy right there, that shade. I can't fight them. That's what will kill me. So I have to be very careful not to accidentally get into a fight with one of those shades, because if that guy might hit me once and kill me. Now all of a sudden I have two guys on me, so this is dangerous. But it's gonna help my guy get a lot of skill. So just got some strength. Probably not gonna be able to stay in this fight for too long against two people, but I'm gonna get some skill off of it. Yep, that's really have to only be trying to take one person on at a time right now. But getting good skill gains. Getting good skill gains off these skeletons. I could be doing the same thing against cows. I mean, it wouldn't really make a big difference right now, considering I've got you know, like 20 fencing. I wish that guy wouldn't have came and like bothered me. I don't know what that was about. But I'm always ready to run back to the bank if I have to. And that's just what you got to do sometimes. First thing you do when you get to the bank, you throw your gold in the bank. Okay, I accidentally pulled two creatures out to attack me. That's not good. Maybe I can kill this zombie quickly. Maybe I can pull the zombie. Or get the zombie out of the way, and then it's just me and the skeleton. I need to get a heal. Failed again. If I keep failing, I'm going to have to run away. Oh yeah, I have to run. Oh, and then of course I succeeded. Okay, so maybe I can try this again. Okay, I got this guy in the corner. That's good. Hopefully he dies soon. So I'm getting a lot of good skill gains here. Coming closer to death than I've ever been. So you know, when your health starts to go down, you start to get to where you're almost dead. You know, you have to be very careful. You don't want to die. If you die, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You lose some of your stuff, you can come back and get it. As long as nobody finds your corpse. Yeah, you have to go back to a temple. And you get resurrected, and then you have to come back and grab your stuff. It's an inconvenience, really. Dying is an inconvenience. It is far from the end of the world. So I've almost used all my bandages. So I've been through 50 bandages. Which is pretty cool. That's a lot of playtime. It's a lot of skill increases. I hope I can kill this zombie before I run out of bandages. So the zombies have more on them than skeletons. When you kill a skeleton, usually you'll get, you know, maybe 10 or 20 gold. When you kill a zombie, you'll get 40 or 50. So I'm hoping to kill this zombie and get his 40 or 50 gold before I get out of here. Not like it really matters. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I have to run. So they almost killed me. But got quite a few good skill upgrades. Got a pretty good start on this character. Pretty good start. So I got a good chunk of gold. I started with 1,000 gold. I still got 1,000. I need some bandages. So this is how you get bandages whenever you're not making them yourself. You go to the tailor. And go to the weaver, actually. You buy these bolts of cloth. And just like that, I've got 100. And I can start healing my guy while I'm going back to the graveyard. Getting more skill gains. Maybe I should try cows for a little longer. Maybe I could try a bull. So I'm walking by and somebody just left a bunch of money here. And it's just like, you know, I'm the kind of person that I like to earn stuff that I get. I like to earn everything, you know? That's why when I seen the weapons lying around near the bank, I don't pick them up and go and run and sell them because I don't really care. Like, to me, I have enough gold to do whatever I want, you know? Like, by selling ribs, by fighting zombies, I get enough gold to buy the things I want. I don't really gotta go and pick up every little loose item that I see laying around. But I can't help but just grab that gold. Like, what is this crap? A magic rune axe? A club? You know, it's funny, I was gonna buy a club. Okay, now I can't walk. I can't walk because of the gold. The gold weighs too much. The magic rune axe, I'll probably never use it. The club, I wanted to use it because I want to use it. I want to start training my mace fighting. Can I walk with 4 pounds overweight? Back to the bank and drop off all this junk? I don't know. I can't say no to free gold. I know that I can find lots of gold. I don't know I'll find lots in my travels. But 800 gold laying on the ground, I kind of have to pick it up. It's going to help speed things along, I guess, a little bit for the video too. I guess it's for the better of the video to help progress this, because this is going to be, you know, this is going to be probably 40 or 50 hours of video of this guy training, right? And, you know, he probably still won't be GM in a lot of things. You know, it's going to be 40 or 50 hours, and this guy's going to be a really, really great character. And he's going to have a little house somewhere, probably with a stash of, you know, weapons that I've found in my travels that I'm going to use eventually, because weapons break. So you need to have a lot of weapons, because weapons don't last forever. If you use a weapon a lot, eventually it breaks. You have to buy a new one. They have lifespans. So I have 97 bandages. 97 bandages. I have lots of raw meat in my bank account. You know what? I'll try the club. I'll try the club. Now it's funny, I've got 1.5% in mace fighting. And I'm going to be fighting things. I'm not even going to be able to hurt them. But they're not going to be able to hurt me, because I've got armor, because I've got dexterity, strength, healing, parrying, tactics. All that stuff is going to protect me, so that I might not be the greatest mace fighter. I might not be able to do a lot of damage to these creatures, but I'll be able to stand and fight them, and the mace fighting will go up. The mace fighting will go up quickly. So I'm going to go say hi to the blacksmith here. I'm going to buy something off him. So these are all the weapons. A butcher knife is basically the cheapest, weakest knife that uses swordsmanship. So if you're training swordsmanship, a lot of times when you're training something, it can be a good idea to use a weaker weapon, because when you're using a weaker weapon, it'll take you longer to kill whatever your target is, and you'll gain more skill per target if they take longer. Cleaver's another really weak weapon that uses swordsmanship. So those are all the swords, pretty much. A pitchfork counts as a spear, I believe. Black staff, I'm not sure what that counts as. Mace, I want to do a mace, but I probably don't have enough strength to hold a mace or a maul. I definitely don't have enough strength to hold a maul. Probably not a mace. Probably not a war mace. A warhammer is also in the mace category. I don't have enough to hold the mace. I might have enough to hold the club. I'll try the club. I can. Okay. So I'll go practice with the club for a little and see. Well, since there's a skeleton right here, I might as well fight with him. But I have to bring him outside of town because if the skeleton fights me or attacks me inside of town, the guards will come. So I have to bring him outside of town. The town limit should be right around here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so I have left the protection of the town guards. And he's not even following me anymore. Okay, I've left. Again. Alright, so mace fighting just went up by a full 1%, which is insane. It's going up by 0.3s and 0.4s. That's insane. You know, it's going to be 20% in no time. And since this guy has good healing, I should be able to stay in this. Looking good. Anatomy's almost at 40 already. That's pretty cool. Tactics is 35.
So skeletons give you so little gold that it's almost like not worth even looting them. Because I mean, like for 5 gold, honestly, when a zombie's gonna give me 40 or 50, I usually don't even pick the gold up off the skeletons. I usually just kill them and then move on. Now, I'm going to explain something really quick here. I'm going to add a few hotkeys. So, I'm at the point where I'm going to explain something I talked about a little earlier. Now, one of the things I really like about Ultima Online is that you are able to play with the keyboard a lot. So, when I play, I use the number pad to run around. Now, another thing I do is there's a thing, and it's called the targeting system. Now, with the targeting system, you can select the closest enemy and you can cycle through the enemies that are on the screen so that you can decide who you want to attack. So I use the targeting system and I set up keys on the keyboard that correspond to, select nearest, select next, attack selected. You know what I mean? It's pretty straightforward. So the button that I use to activate this targeting system is F6. The button that I use, so I use the escape key, and I use F1 through F5 for combat. So to start, I use escape as select nearest mobile, and I hit apply. Then F1 I use as select next mobile. F2 is then previous. F3 I don't use for anything right now. I'll probably use it for something in the future, but I used to use it as bandage, but I moved bandage just cause. Attack selected to target. So those are the keys that I'm going to set up for now. And now I'm using the number pad to run around, and then scroll lock is for run for me. So when I put my guy to always run, he's just going to run all the time. And then when I get close to somebody and I want to attack them, I'll practice on a bird just to demonstrate. So look, there's a magpie right there. So once I'm near the magpie and I press escape, it says there's no mobiles on screen. Sometimes you got to push it twice. So now I've selected the magpie. Now if there's other stuff on screen and I press F1, it switches, right? So I can switch between the 3 people on screen. Now if I want to attack the starling or the magpie, all I have to do is press F1 and F2. And then walk close to him, press F4, and he attacks. And that's the reason I like this game, is because I can just run around with the keyboard and attack things. I'll eat some bread. I'm still stuffed. Okay, now I'm going to try to find a zombie. I'm going to try to lure a zombie out of the graveyard, or get one in the graveyard to fight me, and hopefully one that's alone and not get attacked by 2 of them, because I don't want to have to run away. Okay, got a skeleton here. Got a new follower, Orion. How's it going, man? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for checking me out. Orion, you have UOR, he has UOR in his name, so I can assume that he knows what he's doing.
I'm just making like a little kind of tutorial for people that have never heard of Ultima Online that they can check out and that they can kind of learn some of the basics about the game. That was my goal today. And also it gives me an opportunity to play a character online so that what I'm going to do is anytime I'm playing this character, I'm going to broadcast online on my channel. When I'm playing my other characters, that's going to be when I'm, you know, when I don't feel like being on being live, you know. I'll play the other characters, but maybe I'll just end up liking playing the game live all the time and playing this character all the time. I don't know. Maybe I will play my other characters live too. I don't know. But for now, anytime I play live, I'm going to use this character and I'm going to build him up and kind of just show everybody how the way I train. So I've got my buttons all set up. Get the graveyard happening. I said I don't loot skeletons, but that one had 22 on them, which is a pretty rich skeleton. They usually don't have that much on them. Zombies are where it's at. So I managed to provoke this zombie into attacking me. And no one else attacks me, so that's good. So I started this character about 3 hours ago. And in 3 hours, I've gotten him leveled up pretty good. I haven't been going like as fast as I can. I've been trying to explain as I go for any new people. And it's been good. Things have gone good. I haven't died, so that's always a good thing. Strength is up to 23. That's pretty good. Soon enough, I'll be able to wear some half-decent armor. Healing is increasing pretty good. Almost 55 healing. There it is. 55 healing. Whatever your highest skill is will show in the in your portrait, which is kind of cool. Here comes a skeleton. Just in time. Just in time. Alright, so I killed the zombie. Now you'll see zombies tend to have more gold on them. That one had 65, so that's good. That's good. Now a skeleton just spawned here and attacked me, and that's fine. But if that was like a, you know, a shade or a ghoul or a wraith or something like that, it just spawned beside me and attacked me, I might die. So you gotta be very careful for creatures that kind of just some of them should just show up. Sometimes creatures just show up out of nowhere, so you got to be a little bit alert. This is all player housing, so somebody owns this house. And sometimes they're for sale and you can buy them off people. Which is always cool. All right, here's a lone skeleton again. Alright, so, something just appeared. A shade or a wraith or something just appeared over here, so I need to run away from it. Just shot me with a lightning bolt, but if I let it chase me back to town, the guards will kill it. However, it just poisoned me, so... However, it just poisoned me, so my guy might die right now. Yep, he died. Okay. So that's how easily you can die. Now, I don't know what that guy was doing over there. Bothering me. Someone else bothering me. But I guess... Okay, so I guess, you can walk around when you're hidden, too. So you can sneak around. So that guy's... was stealthed himself and was walking around stealth. Was he trying to pickpocket me? I don't know. I don't have much to steal. If you want to pickpocket me, go ahead. So this is the healer. When you die, you run here. The healer heals you. And you gotta go and get your stuff back off your dead body before someone takes it. And that is the name of the game. That is how to play Ultima Online. Okay, here I am. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these bandages, start healing myself. So sometimes people aren't trying to rob you. Sometimes people are being nice. I like to talk to people. I like chatting with people. Sometimes you see some people, you talk to them, it's fun. Yeah, sometimes you meet people, you talk to them, and they're nice. Sometimes you see them, again sometime, who knows. Sometimes, if you're fighting a monster, and you're having a hard time with it, someone will come along and heal you or something, or help you kill it. So that's kind of cool. It's not like everybody who sees you is trying to pickpocket you. It does happen, though. Look, there's a guy riding a polar bear, right? Uh-oh. 2 skeletons. Darn. Maybe I can take them on. If I heal really good, if I get lucky and get a lot of good heals. Oh, damn. No, if that zombie wouldn't have came out, I might have been okay. I might have been okay. Well, I guess this guy's just giving me some gold. I'm not even going to be able to carry this. I guess I can. Hey. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I better run back to my bank and put that money away. So some people take your money and pickpocket you. Some people give you money. Alright, I'll take it. Run back to the bank, drop this off. I'm almost out of bandages anyways, so I was gonna have to come back. Did I say thanks to that guy? I hope I did. Right, so there isn't always a bunch of junk like this sitting outside the Britain Bank, but I don't know, maybe people who are from the server want you to see what some of the items look like. So these are some of the items that you'll find in Ultima Online. This is what plate armor looks like. This is leather armor. These are a couple of the helmets that you'll see. This is a shield. This is another type of shield. So there's a lot of different types of stuff. It's kind of cool. There's a crossbow over here. This is bone armor. Bone armor is you get it for off skeletons. There's a bow over here. So it's kind of cool. I'm just gonna run back to the graveyard. Train for a few more minutes, and then at the end of this video, I'll just say, okay, well, this is basically the crash course in how to play UO. And every video that I make from as I go along, I'll kind of just, instead of explaining everything like I'm, teaching, I'll kind of just start to just play the game normally, like however I play it. Once my guy gets good enough, once he's got a house, once I start going to different areas. So pretty soon, once once a character starts to get a good amount of gold, once once a guy like this has, say 5,000 gold or 10,000 gold or something, then you're not gonna, oh, there's a white worm over there. I better stay away. Right, so once this guy's got 5 or 10,000 gold, he's not going to be shopping for weapons and armor at the blacksmith. Once you start to get a little bit of gold, you want to buy magic items. You want to buy weapons that increase your, that increase your damage. Or okay, so there's a wraith here. Wraith right there, that's the strongest thing in this graveyard. So that's the thing that I want to stay away from the most, is the wraiths. You want to be careful around wraiths. They're pretty tough. There's a couple things that are tougher than the wraiths, but they're not always there. There's a thing in the graveyard called the Revenant. And the Revenant is extremely powerful, but he's not always there. He's kind of like a boss, So, but other than the Revenant, the Wraith is generally the toughest thing that you're going to run into. The weakest thing, skeleton, zombie. That's what I'm fighting. I'm fighting the skeletons. I'm fighting the zombies. Later, once I get a little stronger, I'll be able to fight the shades, the ghouls, one-on-one. And then once you get really good, you'll be able to fight, if you'll have 3 or 4 monsters attacking you at once, it won't even be a big deal. once your guy has starts to get some good stats. Right, so basically there are player run shops around the server. So later, once you start to get a little bit of gold, you can go and you can shop at some of the player run shops, and you can buy magic items, and you can buy really much better items than what you can find on the NPC vendors. So it won't take long either. Really, at this rate, I can probably switch from this club to you know, I can go buy a magic mace for 3 or 4,000 gold, and I'll be dealing 2 or 3 times as much damage maybe to these skeletons and zombies. And it'll last longer too. You can find ones that will last even longer, that have high durability. And then you can find armor. You can find armor that was made by like a player blacksmith that's better and will last longer than things that you'll find at the blacksmith. So I'm not going to be really shopping at the blacksmith too much more after this video. Probably going to move to player run vendors soon and get some cool armor and some cool weapons. Strength is 24, that's good. Strength is moving up. I got a little bit of weight capacity now. At least my guy's not a weakling. So skeletons drop bone armor, and bone armor is kind of cool. I mean, you can wear it. I can't wear it because I'm not strong enough. I could probably wear the bone leggings or the bone arm guards or bone gloves. But to wear the tunics of some of the heavier armors takes a bit of strength. To wear plate armor, you need 60 strength for the plate chest piece. A specter just spawned and a wraith, so I gotta be careful over there. There's a white worm, but he's inside that building, and if he's inside that building, he can't see me. So mace fighting will be the first thing to be 100 probably. Anatomy will be second. Pairing and tactics will not be far behind. And it won't take long. 30 hours, I'm guessing. 30, 40 maybe. 10 or 15 good sessions. I'll probably kill these two zombies and then log off for the night. I think I got a pretty good start. 45 tactics. And one in the first session. Or 45 anatomy. 40 tactics. Not bad. 26 strength. So that's kind of, in my opinion, the pretty much the basic start of most characters that you're going to play. Like I said, even a wizard, this would be a good way to start him because get yourself a bit of strength so that you can carry more. Get yourself a bit of dexterity because I'm sure dexterity helps with the spell casting. A lot of the stuff helps different things in different ways to different degrees depending, you know. Everything, a lot of the stuff affects each other. I think everybody needs dexterity. I think a little bit of intelligence helps a lot. Just about every skill, probably. Oh, look, people. I'm scared. Please don't kill me. Yeah, I'm gonna run away. If this person kills me, I mean, I can't do anything. Oh, look, gold. I guess I'll take it. Try to fight this shade on the way out. Watch how fast I'll die. Okay, so he poisoned me, so I'm not even gonna fight because... So, with healing, you can cure poison. However, your healing needs to be a little bit higher to be able to cure poison well. So once my healing hits 60, 65, I might be able to heal it a little bit better. For now, usually if you get poisoned and you run away and you have, you know, decently high health, the poison will wear off before it kills you. Alright, so this person has just told me about a new player dungeon, and I didn't know about it, but I'll go take a look at it probably tomorrow. Now, there's one other thing that I wanted to show to viewers, and that is if you are a new player and you're just starting out and you're looking for some things that you could kill for gold, there is the sewer. You can go into the sewer, and basically in the sewer there are these giant rats, and I think there are some other things down there too. Toads, I think. So you can't really see too well down here, but I'm pretty sure you get gold off the things down here. So see this toad right here. Chat from first time chat from viewer. Spirited Away says heart. Hi there. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. So yeah, I'm just gonna check out this. So this is a place that you can go and check out. It's kind of cool. I haven't been down here in a while. I don't know how to get at those toads. There, here's one. So I'll attack the toad and see what happens. Of course, so this is in city limits. It's safe. You know, people can't hurt you. And you can train. I don't know how much gold you get off the frogs, but... Okay, so I got a new follower, Spirited Away. Hello, nice to meet you. Thanks for following. I hope you're enjoying the show. Welcome to the channel. Just playing some good old UO here. I've been, I just built this new character. I've been training him for a few hours. I was about to log off, but when I was talking to that person, it reminded me that I was wanting to show the viewers the sewer here, because this is kind of an interesting little place. Maybe at the start of my next video, I'll spend a little bit of time down here in the sewer. I may not get gold from the giant toads, but they're giving me good skill gains, so that's more important. Clearly, gold is not hard to come by. I've been given gold a few times already on this video. I don't know if it's viewers who want to support me in a way, but it'll help things along. I'll go buy some equipment soon enough, once I'm strong enough to even equip it. And that'll be cool. I'll be able to get some fancy armor there soon. Okay, so the toad is kicking my ass. The toad is kicking my ass. So that is the sewer. The sewer of Britain. Kind of an interesting place. I'm stuck. Okay, here we go. So I guess in the next video I make, I'll go take a look at Oklo, like that person was saying, and apparently there are some cool spots to safe spots, which is the main thing. There are a lot of spots I can go that are not close to towns, where you run the risk of being attacked by, you know, roving, whatever, bandits, bad people who want to take your stuff, take you out and take your stuff, basically. Because this game is basically Basically, it's a little dangerous. It's not really safe if you walk around. People can attack you. Of course, I'm sure a lot of people on this server like that. They like that danger element of having to kind of watch your back a little bit and be a little careful. I like it. Oclo forts are great for new characters. I like the sound of forts and bandit camps. I like bandit camps. So much fun and great content to watch. Yes, and I realized that I've been to Oclo a couple times, and while Britain's kind of a ghost town, you know, there are not a lot of people around the town. In the olden days of UO, Britain was the place to be. There was a lot of people around Britain selling stuff, doing stuff. And I think that now on this server, I think Oclo is kind of that. So there's a lot more players. You'll see a lot more players on Oclo. I'm going to go check that out. And it's going to be cool actually to see these forts and bandit camps, because for me, I'm seeing it for the first time. So I'll get to go and see and check out all that stuff for the first time. I use Britain now that I'm higher level. I've always just used Britain because I've played on a lot of the free servers, and usually the Brit graveyard will get you, you know, up till you're ready to. I'll either like me personally, a lot of times after I'm done with Brit here and training here like this, I'll hit up Despise. So the Despise is the name of a dungeon. It's not far from Britain. It has lizard men in it. Lizard men are good training, good fighting. They're fun. So when I log out, I'm going to take everything out of my backpack, because when you log out, sometimes your guy will be standing here for a couple minutes, and sometimes people will come and they'll take things off your guy even though you've already logged out, because it doesn't log you out right away. So next time I log on, I'll do some more training, get my guy built up a little bit more, and do a little bit more stuff, show a little bit more stuff. That was a good session. I had fun. I hope everybody who watched it had fun. Thanks for watching my channel, and I'll see you later.